Hey guys, and welcome to Best Reviews. Today we're talking a little bit about floods and the dangers they pose, and how you can be better prepared if a disaster like this ever strikes in your area. Flooding by definition is just the overflow of water into a place that's normally dry. River floodplains and coastal areas are typically the most at risk. And while it doesn't seem too scary, these are things that people often underestimate. Just inches of moving floodwater can knock you off your feet, and about a foot can actually take away an entire car. Floods can form in a number of different ways, things like heavy rains, storm surges, overflowing water systems like dams and spillways. They can damage structures and cause mudslides and landslides, disrupt utilities and transportation, and wash out roads. So how can you be prepared for a disaster like this to strike in your area? First off, you need to know the difference between a flood watch and a flood warning. A flood watch is when conditions may lead to a flood and you should be paying close attention to your local weather alerts. A flood warning is when a flood is imminent or already in progress. The most important thing you can do is have a plan, and you need to discuss that plan with your family. You need to talk about exit strategies, where are your local shelters. Don't forget to have an alternate travel route in place in case your original route is flooded. You should also have a contingency plan in place in case your family gets separated during a disaster, and you should designate a single point of contact for your entire family. Make sure everybody in your family has that person's contact information. You'll also want to make sure that you have the supplies and equipment on hand to survive during a flood, either sheltering in place or evacuating. Some of those supplies might include a gallon of drinking water per person per day, a 3 to 5 day supply of food that is non-perishable and does not require refrigeration or cooking. Don't forget about pets if you have any. You need to feed them too. Spare clothes are a good thing to have on hand. Emergency blankets, spare cash, toiletries, medication and first aid supplies, crank or battery powered radio, any important documents like insurance, medical records, and don't forget to include a photo of your entire family plus any pets in case you need a visual guide for rescue personnel. So let's talk about what steps to take in case of a flood watch or a flood warning. During a flood watch, you're not in any immediate danger, but you should be closely monitoring the situation as you may be told to evacuate, and if you are, you should evacuate immediately. You should think about moving any valuables and furniture to a higher level in your house. And also don't forget to move any hazardous materials to a higher level as well. You don't want things like pesticides and paints seeping into the floodwater. Be sure to unplug any electrical appliances on the bottom floor of your home as well. Tie down or bring inside any outdoor possessions that you don't want to lose, things like lawn furniture. You should also block any exterior vents to the home using garbage bags and tape. And if you're told to evacuate, do so immediately. In the event of a flood warning, act quickly. Save yourself and your family. Don't worry about your stuff. When you leave the house, lock your doors and windows, and shut off gas and power lines to the home. Do not drive unless you have to. And if you do have to drive, don't drive through flooded roadways if it can be avoided. You never know what's under the floodwater, and your car can be carried away by a far shallower amount than you realize. Avoid walking through any water that's above your ankles, and avoid any downed power lines. If you're directed to a specific evacuation site, you should go there immediately. So what do you do after a flood? Well, you should definitely continue monitoring your local weather stations. Only return home if emergency personnel have told you it's safe to do so. If you are able to re-enter, make sure you're wearing protective clothing. It's likely that there's debris and other obstacles on the bottom floor of the house. Make sure that you're inspecting the foundation for any structural damage. Inspect the gas lines, the electric lines. Do not turn your gas or breaker back on until it's safe to do so. Take pictures of everything. This is going to come in handy when you contact your insurance. Make sure you're boiling water or using bottled water until officials have told you it's safe to do otherwise. We hope you're never faced with a disaster like this, but hopefully the information we provided today will help prepare you for the possibility. Thanks for watching, and check us out online at bestreviews.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/bestreviews. See you next time.